Today, I want to talk about ways to holistically help with holiday stress. We are just at the brink of all the holiday fun that's getting ready to happen. But what also comes with it is a lot of stress. We already have stressful daily lives, and the holidays tend to increase stress for a lot of us. It can feel overwhelming, exhausting, irritable. All the things that are common to stress seem to just multiply when it comes to the holidays. So every year, right? Every year we are just a little bit busier. It's a little more trickier to save money, and it's a little more complicated to get everything done on time and have it be fun, festive, light, joyous, all the things that the holidays should feel like. That seems like a really hard mixture to put together. In holistic health, we look to find the root cause of things and provide healing support for them at that level. Now, we do also look at symptoms and things that we can relieve easily while we're working on this root cause. But the primary work is at the root cause level, because if you eliminate the source of the problem, well, the symptoms go away, right? Things get easier and they don't feel as hurtful and painful and overwhelming as they used to. So, when I think about holidays and holiday well being, there are many root causes to holiday stress. And at the core of all of them is lifestyle choices. Now, that can be kind of hard to hear, right? While much of our stress can be unavoidable and we don't really have a choice about it, we also have a lot of our stress that we do willingly accept and allow within our space. The holidays are a great example for how this works and things that we do actually have control over. Holidays are this beautiful time of connection to those we love, to God, even to ourselves. It's a time of joy, happiness, contentment, celebration, and fun, right? No other time during the year do we have the level of fun and the opportunities for fun than we do during the holidays. Yet when we feel stress and the things that come with stress, like anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, financially limited, even angry, frustrated, hurt feelings, depression, all those things, we don't feel the meaning of the holiday as deeply or in the way that we may actually feel shortchanged by this time of year. Stress steals our joy. It dampens our desire to connect with others. Things are not as bright and happy, and we can start to actually dislike the holidays. And how unfortunate is that? So, in everyday life, these same things happen when stress is involved. And that's the interesting part. It's just they feel magnified during the holidays. But during everyday life, right, we just tend to find it more glaring during the holidays because there's more of a stark contrast for how we think we should be feeling and how we actually feel. Okay, but we overlook it a lot of times because stress is so underplayed in our society. It's just, buck up and take it kind of mentality. I believe the reason we see this so much more is we're aligned to this idea of stress is adulting. We should just deal with it. It's how things are supposed to be. If you're not stressed out, are you even really trying? And those are funny things, right? But in reality, it's not so funny. And it's causing us problems, not only in everyday life, but at the holidays too. The problem with this line of thinking is it adds to even more stress that we end up feeling because we feel inadequate for not being able to get it all done. We start the comparison, the negative self-talk, all the things that make us feel like, well, why even bother? I'm not going to be successful. And that adds to anxiety, the nervousness, the confidence feelings, the overwhelm, the just giving up. So the root cause truly is stress and our need to be realistic on how we manage stress, not only during the holidays, but in our day-to-day life. So dealing with stress is not a 5-minute fix. And sometimes that can be a conflict in itself because we are looking for the instant gratification. We're looking for relief, certainly. And we just want it to be out of our way because we have so many things we have to deal with, right? i.e., stress. So there are parts of stress that are unavoidable, right? Going to work every day, getting your children to school. There's certain things that are stressful that are unavoidable. But when I work with clients who are in this high stress lifestyle, we start with an exercise of categorizing. Let's put our stress in different buckets. And those buckets are avoidable, meaning we have a choice about it, unavoidable, meaning we don't have a choice about it, and chosen, right? We chose to accept this, and it may or may not have been avoidable. Okay. Now, there's a reason for those three buckets. Here's the hint. After my clients go through this exercise of categorizing all their stress, chosen stress often is avoidable stress, but it sometimes helps us to clearly see it on paper and see where we have made choices on that, as it's usually the easiest place to start when we're looking to improve the boundary for where stress lives in our life. And from there, we have a plan that we can work on to build back those stress boundaries. And that includes specifically the holiday time and what we do about reducing stress, introducing more peace to our life during the holidays so that we can experience the meaning of the season and the feelings that come with it, the joy, the contentment, the peace, the fun. So it's empowering actually to push back on stress. And we see changes in how we feel physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. This change helps create the space in our life where we can then decide what to do with that, right? We give ourselves more opportunity to reset how we respond and what we allow within the stress boundary. In many cases, the stress spaces we've cleared leave us feeling empty and seeing things that we have been avoiding and not fixing. And that can be really awakening for people because we are masters at distraction. That because the things that we've been avoiding can be really uncomfortable and we're not feeling like we're ready to deal with those things. But when we approach it with the spirit of the root cause resolution and introduce healing at that level, we don't just refill the space with more stress, but we introduce healing. So before the holidays reach you this year, I invite you to consider where stress adds up for you. Where is it keeping you from feeling all that you can feel that is beautiful from this season? And what can you do to mitigate that? Now, one of the best ways to deal with that and the impacts that stress is having to your health is to book an appointment with me at dragonspitapothecary.com, because together we can not only categorize your stress, but put in place the things that will help you navigate it better and quit the implication that it's having to your health, the exhaustion, the nervousness, the poor appetite, the irregular bowel movements, the digestive problems, the headaches, all the physical things that your body is using to tell you, hey, look, I'm overloaded with stress. Can you help me out? That's what we do in holistic health. And that's why it's so key to have it included as part of your health maintenance routine. Again, you can get appointments with me through the holidays at dragonspitapothecary.com.